Well, half the matchup is set. For the third straight year, the Shabazz Bulldogs will be in the championship game of the Essex County Tournament final. 2 years ago, they won, beating Orange High School. Last year, they were beaten by the Scotties of Clifford Scott. Working with me on the sidelines, Bob Lester. Bob, we have the #1 seed here in Newark Tech and the defending champion in Clifford Scott. Who has more pressure, if there is pressure at this point?
Well, Paul, if there is any pressure, Coach Greg Tynes believes that the pressure will be on the #1 seeded team because not too many people remember who the defending champion team is. So that should be very interesting to see which team has the most pressure.
One person that Newark Tech is going to try and keep pressure on this evening is a big man, just a junior for Clifford Scott. That is Emeka Wilson. He's not the primary man they look to score, but he can do damage.
He's very, very dangerous inside. With his size, 6'7", averaging about 16 points a game, Newark Tech is going to have to watch out for him. So the way Greg Tynes uses him in his offense, I'm sure he's going to create problems for Newark Tech.
They also have to watch out for Jermaine Mathis shooting from the outside. Newark Tech, not a very big team, and that's, of course, one reason they'll keep an eye on Wilson, try and keep him off the board. But they are very, very fast, and one of their fastest players, who also plays a little low post position, Anthony Cardwell.
Yes, he's a very good player. About 6'4", averaging about 17 points a game. He'll play the low post for him. They've got to watch out because if they let him score too many points, he can get his confidence up and he can be real dangerous.
Shabazz is already in. The question is, who will meet them? Will it be the defending champion, or will it be the Group 1 school from Newark Tech Terriers? We'll find out in just a moment. Welcome back to Essex County College in Newark. Let's meet the starters for this evening's second semifinal. The Scotties of Clifford Scott come in at 21-1. Their head coach is Greg Tynes. He will start Jermaine Mathis and Cecil Bonds at the forward spots. Emeka Wilson, who we talked about in our open, is the center. And Keith Roberts and Todd Graham are the guards. For the Terriers of Newark Tech, coached by Stephen Gary, they will start Antoine Hatcher and Aaron Williams at the forward spots. And then they go with a three-guard offense of Darvis Watley, Terrique Goodman, and the young man we spoke about in our open, Anthony Cardwell. Newark Tech currently 21-0 on the season. There are the officials for this evening's contest. Lou Ravatini on your left and Joe Zoppi on the right. Greg Tynes, the head coach of Clifford Scott, now in his 11th season as the head man at the school in East Orange. Tynes with 229 victories in 11 seasons, winning at an 8-29 clip. And there is Stephen Gary, 7th year as head coach at Newark Tech, 132 wins, 46 losses.
One of the big questions, Paul, that is going through a lot of people's minds and has all year is Newark Tech serious? Are they a real 21-0 team? Judging from the schedule, it would appear that they are. But I'm sure Greg Tynes and his Clifford Scotties will give them a big test this afternoon or this evening, and we'll really see if they are deserving of being 21-0.
Last season, Newark Tech came to the quarterfinals of the ECT, and they were knocked out by Clifford Scott. 4-point ball game, tied with 30 seconds to go. Clifford Scott finished up with 4 points and came away with the victory. The Scotties, 3-time champions. Eddie Lyons coached into the crown in 1962, and then in 84 and 89, Greg Tynes was the head coach. They are the smallest school to win the ECT as a Group 2 school. However, Newark Tech, being a Group 1, would take away that honor should they win tonight and next Saturday. Just in case you're interested and you're watching our semifinal, the final will be here at Essex County College next Saturday, February 24th, a noon start. And you can see there is a big crowd here for the semifinals on this Saturday evening. A semifinal that has already seen Shabazz defeat Seton Hall Prep 68-65. So they are waiting in the wings. Will it be their neighbors from Newark Tech, or will it be the team that beat them last year, Clifford Scott?
This is a beautiful facility and a nice place to play semifinal and the final round. College-sized court, And both teams will have to be at their best this evening, otherwise it could prove disastrous.
Bob, you've brought in teams here that have been defending champs and have been the #1 seed. What do you say to them that last second before you send them out on the court?
Well, you try and make sure that they don't get nervous and stay as relaxed as possible. So you really don't try and say too much brand new. You do most of your talking once the game gets started. But right now, both teams are very hyper, and you want them to be relaxed as possible.
The Scotties in the red and gray, the Terriers in the purple and white. And the tap is won by the Scotties, and Cecil Bonds gets them started with 2. Newark Tech shooting to the basket on our right. Cardwell with the ball, number 50.
Clifford Scott in a 1-3-1 zone defense. Coach Stephen Gary would have preferred that they play a man.
Cardwell for 3, it's no good, slapped away, and it will be Scott basketball. As Stephen Gary said, I of course have no control over that. He would have liked to have seen a man. He, on defense, Newark Tech will play a man-to-man, and they are in that as we start. Bonds loops it into Wilson. This is what Stephen Gary was worried about. Foul is called against Antoine Hatcher. That will be his first. But right away, Bob, as we spoke of in the open, they loop it inside to Wilson. Here's
Emeka Wilson. Good position on his man, giving him pin, and they lob the ball into him, and he draws a foul. That's what Newark Tech is going to have to watch out for. Clifford Scott does a very good job of pinning their man, and they loop the ball into the big guy. Wilson, not a real good free throw shooter, and I guess that was a good example. Shoots about 57% from the line. He'll get one more. And the junior does hit the second end. It's a 3-0 lead for the Scotties. Watley, pump fake short. Wilson with the rebound. Quickly ahead to Cecil Bonds for 2. It's a 5-0 lead. Clifford Scott seems to be running very well from that 1-3-1 defense. That is a very good defense to run from. If you can get a team to miss a shot, you can really get the fast break going. Kicked away, Scott basketball. Newark Tech seems to be a little bit nervous here in the beginning of this ball game. And 1:06 into the game, nothing has gone right for Newark Tech. They trail 5-0. They've committed a foul and 2 turnovers. Here come the Terriers. Slapped away by Roberts. Left side jumper is good for 2, and that was Terrique Goodman. And then Lou Ravatini just has a word with Anthony Cardwell about touching the ball after it's gone through the net. That has a tendency to delay the game, so he probably just spoke to him and said, don't do that, very nicely. 5-2 our score. Clifford Scott leads by 3. Cross-court pass dangerous, and it is taken away. Very dangerous pass. Watley doesn't go. Goodman with the rebound, and he is fouled by Jermaine Mathis. That's the advantage a small team has to run. If they can beat the other team down court before they set their defense, they definitely have an advantage. And that's what Newark Tech seems to do. But Clifford Scott also wants to run the ball, or at least they have run the ball lately. Terrique Goodman is at the line. Goodman is the best free throw shooter for the Terriers. Steve Gary said if it comes down late in the ball game, we want to see Goodman with the basketball. 5-3, and Goodman makes it a 1-point ball game. Newark Tech drops off a little bit. They're not pressing as hard as they did in the beginning of the game. Wilson, high post. He is being guarded by Cardwell, giving away 3 inches. And you'll notice on the inside, Newark Tech is fronting the big man. Now, if the shot goes up, then Clifford Scott has the advantage because their man has the inside position. 4 Terriers had a shot at the rebound. It was finally Goodman who came away with it. Goodman drives, nice pass to Watley. Off the glass, it won't fall, and Wilson has the rebound. Scotties lead by 1. They've got the ball. In low to Bonds, he is fouled by Williams. Second team foul. play defense with your body. You don't want to reach. That time Williams reached, and he was called for the foul.
Greg Tynes and Stephen Gary have another association besides coaching here. Stephen Gary used to be an assistant coach at Orange under Cliff Blake, and he coached an undefeated freshman team one year, and one of those players was Greg Tynes.
Stephen Gary has a lot of experience, and he's turned out to be an excellent head coach.
Inbounds taken away by Goodman. Looked like the pass was thrown right to him. Goodman through the lane, doesn't go, tapped up and in by Cardwell. For Cardwell, his first basket, and then Goodman steals the inbounds. So for the first time this evening, Newark Tech has the lead at 6-5. They've run off 6 in a row.
And notice that Caldwell was playing the point on the offense that time, coming away from the basket.
Jermaine Mathis with his second foul. That's early for 2. We are only 3 minutes into this ball game. 5:04 to go. Christian Patrick is in the game for the Scotties.
Clifford Scott's going to zone this out of bounds play. 3-2. Let's see what they do once the ball comes in. They stay in a 2-3 defense.
It was Graham who came out, not Mathis. And it is stolen by Patrick. Bonds, count the basket and 1.
Cecil Bond doing a lot of damage here early. Nice move. Here's Cecil Bond. He's going to make a move, and there's the bump, and the basket goes. The bucket, and he goes to the line. Cecil Bond.
Terrique Goodman with his first foul. 7-6, Scotty's lead. Bonds looking for the completion of the three-point play. And by the way, there was a correction on that foul. It does go to Watley. Watley his first. So take it away from Goodman and charge it to Watley. Bonds cannot complete the three-point play, but he does better than that. Gets his own rebound, counts the basket and 1. And this time, the foul will go against Antoine Hatcher. Well, and that is already 8 for Cecil Bonds.
Newark Tech made a very disastrous mistake. Here's the replay. Notice that Newark Tech has nobody cutting off the shooter. Cecil Bonds comes in, gets his own rebound, scores the basket, and he's fouled again. You've got to have somebody to cut that shooter off.
But again, Bonds misses the opportunity for the three-point play. It's a 9-6 Scott lead. 8 of the 9 Scotty points belong to the 6'3 junior, Cecil Bonds. Slapped away, still Newark Tech basketball. There are 2 technical schools in the city of Newark. Shot on the way, Goodman hits for 2. Newark Tech and 13th Street Tech. 9-8 ball game, Scotties by 1. Wilson again, high post, now being guarded by Aaron Williams. Almost stolen, and then it is taken away, but taken back by the Scotties. They've got a 3-on-3.
Roberts has to be careful handling that ball. He's not doing a very good job of protecting it early.
Graham in and out. Goodman will walk the ball up for the Terriers. They trail by 1.
Clifford Scott goes back to that 1-3-1 zone defense with Emeka Wilson in the middle, keeping him close to the boards at all times.
Rebound Watley, and he follows it up with the fadeaway. A 10-9 lead for the Newark Tech Terriers. Giving Bonds a lot of room there at the free throw line. 10 points for Bonds.
He's doing a very good job inside, following the shots. We're going to have to watch out. Newark Tech's going to have to watch out for him.
Goodman, three, it doesn't go. Williams with the rebound, and he is fouled by Patrick.
Now, even though that 1-3-1 defense is a good defense to run from, it does create problems because it's weak on the offside for rebounding. It's only one person there to rebound. If you don't get that ball, then the opposite team, the other team, can come in and get a lot of offensive rebounds.
Greg Tynes has stuck with the 1-3-1 through this entire first quarter. It will be interesting to see if he changes for the second quarter or even sometime along the way in the first quarter.
I suspect, Paul, that he will change up his defense because this one is doing some good things, but it's also giving up a lot of offensive rebounds.
Maybe even just to give the Terriers a different look. Here's Patrick, doesn't go. Wilson, and this time he gets the basket.
That big guy inside causing problems for Newark Tech. 6'7", that's good size for a high school player. Here's a shot. I'm going to see Emeka Wilson go up, get the rebound without fouling. He gets hit on the arm and continues through a very good move. Has a chance for a three-point play.
Foul has been charged to Terrique Goodman. Scotty's having trouble at the line. They are 1 for 5 from the free throw strike. Caldwell, short. Patrick comes up with the loose ball. We're tied at 13 apiece. 2:27 left in the first quarter. Cardwell called for the rebounding foul. That is number 1 on Anthony Cardwell. Terriers are over the line, over the limit, and that will send the Scotties to the line to shoot the 1-and-1.
Scott, they've got to take advantage of these free throw opportunities. Could come back to haunt them at the end of the game.
Wilson hits the front end.
Should be another shot here. Confusion, but it's 1-1.
But a few players went back to play defense. Air ball.
NBA. Nothing but air.
14-13. Scotties lead by 1.
And they stay in that zone. Looks like a 1-2-2 now.
They have switched up. Possibly to help the rebound. Goodman, he has 8, so it has so far been Goodman and Bonds.
Well, Newark Tech hitting those outside shots. That's what they're going to have to do. If Scott stays in that zone, Newark Tech has to hit those outside shots.
Goodman with the loose ball rebound. Three-pointer, short. Cardwell just let the rebound, the missed shot actually, slip through his fingers. 15-14, Terriers by 1. Bonds drives the lane. Shot blocked away by Williams. Goodman, charge. Second foul on Terrique Goodman.
Good defense, interior defense by Clifford Scott. I've noticed that if Newark Tech would play, here's a replay. Goodman goes baseline, and he picks up the charge because the offside help came over, and even though the baseline was given up, the offside help do the offensive foul. Newark Tech could also pick up some offensive fouls if they would just step in, because Clifford Scott's driving down the middle there, leaving their feet. Newark Tech would just step in, they could pick up some offensive fouls.
Mark Wills, a 6'6 junior, number 45, is in the ball game for the Scotties. Graham, shot doesn't go. Rebound pushed up and in by Bonds. He is having a first quarter to remember here in the ECT semifinal.
Yep, that name again.
16-15, 12 of the points belong to Cecil Bonds, the other 4 to Emeka Wilson. Cardwell lets it fly off the iron. Rebound, Terriers. Goodman for 3. It's too far. Williams with the rebound to Watley. His shot is short. 3 attempts, no points for North Tech. Bonds gets his own miss. He's blocked. Jump ball. Belongs to North Tech.
Good call by Joe Zoppi.
Arrow favoring the Terriers. 16-15. Clifford Scott leads by 1.
See how Newark Tech attacks that zone.
Only 14 seconds left in the quarter.
They're holding for the last shot, obviously.
6 seconds. Cardwell to Goodman. And just in time, Terrique Goodman has 10, and he will send the Terriers into the first quarter break with a 1-point, 17-16 lead. We'll be right back. Bob Lester, Cecil Bonds has had a great first quarter.
He gets good position, pump fakes, and he goes up off the glass for 2. Very good inside move by Cecil Bonds. We've heard that name an awful lot that first quarter. 2
of his 12 first quarter points. But it is the Terriers who lead by 1, 17-16. They've gotten 10 from Terrique Goodman. Roberts, out of control shot. Williams with the rebound.
Good job of boxing out that time by the smaller Newark Tech team. That's what they've got to do. Keep the Scotties off the boards. Scott has the height advantage.
Still North Tech ball. And Bob, thinking ahead to next week, should it be North Tech and Shabazz, then they would really be giving away the height.
You can say that again. That Shabazz team has an awful lot of height. But I was thinking, when was the last time there were 2 Newark schools in the finals of the ECT?
That's an excellent question. Joe Zoppi motioning to both coaches to remain in the restraining box, and also asking that all the chairs be moved back for the North Tech bench.
We need some sideline room, and they were probably a little bit close to the sideline. Could make it very difficult for the players.
Bad pass. Roberts with the interception. 2-on-1 for the Scotties. Good pass by Roberts. He got it back to the middle of the floor, and then he got the return pass.
Poor pass that time. Lob pass. You don't want your players to make that too easy to pick off.
Cardwell answers back for the bad pass that he made. Basket and 1.
Good baseline move that time.
And if the foul was on Terrique Goodman, and it was, that is 3 on Goodman.
Here's a baseline drive. And the foul. Notice that time the player from Newark Tech was trying to play in front of Emeka Wilson. And because of that, he allowed Mathis to drive the baseline and get the 2.
One player in his early going that Newark Tech could not afford to lose. They have just lost Terrique Goodman, not just for his 10 points, but he has been the man who's been bringing the ball up.
Yes, he's their ball handler, and he does a good job. So we'll see what Newark Tech does to counter him being on the bench.
Save attempt by Cardwell goes out of bounds. The player who has replaced Goodman is number 31, Damon Cannon, a 5'9" sophomore guard. Stephen Gary says a good 3-point shooter. Push-off called against Emeka Wilson. Number 1 on the junior center. So it'll be very interesting to see for the next 6:46, and my guess is we might not see Goodman for the rest of the half. What the Terriers do. and who the ball handling responsibilities fall to. Right now, it is Cannon, the man who has come in the ball game. But will it be possibly Cardwell or Watley?
Somebody's going to have to pick up the offensive slack. And two players you mentioned, Caldwell or Watley, good choices to keep the ball in their hands.
Newark Tech starts 4 scorers in double figures.
Taking the time, working the ball around the perimeter.
Foul called against Mathis, and that will be 3 on Jermaine Mathis.
Good ball movement by Newark Tech. They waited until something opened up on the inside, and it led to the foul. Here's the replay. Ball goes inside, and Hatcher draws the foul.
Both teams are now over the limit. Mathis sits with 3 fouls. Sophomore was averaging 18.4 coming into the game, so he is a big loss for the Scotties.
He's the leading scorer. And here we have that chess match, replacing players. Both teams have lost through the fouls, good players. Let's see who comes in, takes their place, and if they can do the job.
Hatcher hits both. Terriers lead by 1, 21-20. Fronting Wilson, they can't get the ball to him.
There's that lob pass you want to stay away from.
Bonds, no good. Wilson with the follow-up. That is where Stephen Gary felt that Wilson was dangerous, not as the primary scorer, but as the man who comes up with the loose ball rebounds. Roberts draws the foul. First on Cannon.
Roberts is doing a very good job of handling that ball for Clifford Scott. He's getting your offensive plays started. And that time he drives the middle and draws the foul.
Keith Roberts to the line, a 71% shooter. Only 2 points this evening.
Takes his time on that line. You only get 10 seconds to shoot that ball, and he uses about 8 of those 10 seconds.
Last evening, Clifford Scott defeated Passaic Valley 83-65. In that game, Keith Roberts had 14 assists, and he hits them both. Seesaw ball game, Scotties lead by 3, 24-21.
Scott stays in that 1-2-2 zone.
Cardwell from 16 doesn't go. Bonds with the rebound. Graham. For Todd Graham, his first field goal. Five-point lead for the Scotties. Not coincidentally, since Goodman has been sitting. Watley for 3. Roberts with the rebound. Looped into Bonds. Good pass. Shot not completed.
Good passing by Clifford Scott.
And Patrick just rushed the shot. At the other end, off the fingertips. And it will be Scotty ball. Williams couldn't hold on to it. Well, here's an interesting move by Stephen Gary, and a gutsy one. Terrique Goodman is back in the ball game. 4:24 to go in the half. He has 3 fouls.
Well, Coach Stephen Gary probably felt that this game was slipping away, and he wanted to put one of his good players back in the game, and it paid off so far. Here comes the layup.
Watley with the steal up to Goodman. And right away, Goodman gets on the scoreboard. He's got 12.
But as you mentioned, Paul, it's a gamble because if he picks up a foul, it'll backfire. If he doesn't, it'll be okay.
Bonds in deep, the basket and 1. Cecil Bonds, first points of the quarter.
Here's the replay. Emeka Wilson going inside to Cecil Bonds. He goes up, pumps, and gets the foul.
Foul called against Antoine Hatcher, his third.
That inside man, whether it's Emeka Wilson or Cecil Bonds, they pin their man very well. And they get that inside position, and Scott passes the ball into them very well. And they've gotten about 3 or 4 three-point opportunities from that.
William Turner, number 30 in the game for the Terriers. He replaces Hatcher, who sits with 3. Turner is a sophomore center, goes about 6'5". Bonds completes the three-point play. 29-23. Clifford Scott by 6. 3:40 left in the half.
Tech using Caldwell as a perimeter player.
Caldwell doesn't go. Wilson with the rebound. Scotty's lead by 6. And it stays. Well, Bonds gets the rebound. And he makes it an 8-point game.
There's that man again, Cecil Bonds. Very important trip here for Newark Tech. They've got to score to keep this game within reach. And they do.
Watley. 6-point game once again, 31-25. Jump ball. Newark Tech will have possession.
Good defense by Newark Tech on the inside. Once again, Roberts is doing a lot of penetrating. That could be very critical later stages of the game.
21-0, Newark Tech. Their streak on the line this evening. They trail by 6. Push off on Cecil Bonds. He just gave William Turner 2 hands right in the back.
Zero frustration foul.
So William Turner will step to the line to shoot the 1-and-1. Turner in the ball game, replacing Antoine Hatcher. Ball controlled by the Terriers. From the corner, Watley for 2.
Newark Tech getting back in this game, only down 4 points. Now they go with some sort of press. It's like a 1-2-2 half-court press.
Slapped away, Scott ball. Wilson high post was looking low for Bonds. 31-27. Darryl Carter set to inbound. Wilson low post, he's fouled. Turner picking up his first. So that time, Bob, they switched, bringing Wilson from the free throw line down low.
The inside, yes, he has 2 players. Coach Great Times has 2 players that can go inside. Emeka Wilson and Cecil Bonds. That time it was Emeka Wilson. And I noticed that the defender was playing behind him that time. And Emeka got the ball and went right to the hoop and did the foul.
Wilson has 7. 5-point Clifford Scott lead. And Bonds is fouled. Turner quickly picking up his second.
Again, I noticed, Paul, that Newark Tech has no one cutting off the shooter, the free throw shooter. not too long ago, it cost him because Cecil Bonds came in and got his own shot, or followed his own shot. They're still, once again, they're lining up with no one cutting off the shooter.
Cecil Bonds came into the game averaging 18.7. Well, he has a chance for his 18th point once again. And he does get it. 33-27. 1.5 left in the first half. Goodman, nice fake. Glass for 2.
Good shot by Terrique Goodman, kissing it off the glass. Here's that press again.
Bonds to Wilson for 2. 9 points for Emeka Wilson.
A half-court press is a gamble. If you're not successful, it can lead to a basket. Very easy basket like we saw that time.
Under 1 minute. Goodman is fouled, but it will not drop. Foul is called on Daryl Carter. That will be his first.
Terrique Goodman only 5'9", but did a very good job of hanging in the air that time and twisting his body and drawing the foul.
And Bob, so far the gamble by Stephen Gary has worked in that Goodman has stayed out of the 4th foul and has contributed.
Exactly.
Does not get the roll. 48 seconds left in the half. 15 for Goodman, 18 for Bonds.
Tech takes off the zone press.
Bonds loses the handle but gets it back. Looked to make the pass but went to the baskets.
Good move. Cecil Bonds looked one way as if he was going to pass. Newark Tech spread out. He went for the layup himself. 2 points.
Watley for 3 off the front of the iron. Here comes Roberts with the rebound. He's going. And he's got 2. 9-point ball game. 2
quick passes by the Scotties.
6 seconds to go. Goodman will let it fly from the NBA 3-point zone, and he's got 3 to end the first half of play on a high note for Newark Tech. But it is the Scotties who will take a 6-point lead into the half, 39-33. We'll be right back. Clifford Scott leads by 6 at the half, 39-33. From the floor this evening, Scotty shooting 16 for 27, Tech 13 for 27. From the line, they're about even. Rebounding's even, turnovers dead even. But Bob Lester, the key factor in that first half was Cecil Bonds. We've got 2 highlights of Cecil here, 1 passing and 1 scoring, and he's just made 2 great plays in the lane both times.
Here's Cecil, he gets above the foul line, penetrates and dishes off to Emeka Wilson for the dunk. Good look by Cecil Bonds that time.
And then the very next time down, he played off of that first move with this move.
Here he comes, it scraps for the ball, looks off, and goes in for the layup. Also a nice move by Cecil Bonds.
But Newark Tech answered with Terrique Goodman as the buzzer rang from the NBA.
Well, as you said, that's an NBA 3-pointer, and he was very confident. He knew that he was going to take that shot, and he came down just as cool, just as calm, and very collected.
6-point ball game, 39-33. We'll be right back with the third quarter. Welcome back to Essex County College. I'm Paul Spahala, with me Bob Lester. 39-33 our score. Shabazz is already in the championship game of the 44th annual Essex County Tournament. They are just waiting for the winner of this game. The girls' Essex County Tournament will reach its championship this coming Friday night a 7:30 start at West Essex High School. And you can see the ball game on TV3 between Immaculate and University next Saturday, the 24th, here on TV3 at 7 o'clock. So again, if you're interested in watching the game, it'll be Friday night, 7:30 at West Essex High School. If you're interested in seeing it right here on TV3, you can see it Saturday evening, the 24th, at 7 o'clock in the evening, and that will be University taking on Immaculate Conception for the girls' Essex County Tournament Championship. 39-33. Clifford Scott led by Cecil Bonds, who has 20. Newark Tech led by Terrique Goodman, who has 18. Goodman three-point attempt does not go. Bonds with the rebound.
Clifford Scott once again comes out in that zone. Newark Tech man-to-man. Still fronting Emeka Wilson on the inside, expecting offside help.
Cross-court pass, and it is almost taken away by Goodman. And then blocked by Cardwell. But it is Wilson who comes up with the loose ball, count the basket, and one. The foul to Watley.
Good quick moves by Newark Tech players, but just off their fingertips, and it's picked up by the Scotties. And that time Emeka Wilson gets it and puts it in and draws the foul.
There's the block by Cardwell. Wilson looking to complete the three-point play. And he does. 42-33.
Paul, I notice now that Anthony Caldwell has gone inside for Newark Tech. I guess they're going to try and get the ball inside.
Up ahead, Bonds misses. Williams with the rebound, up to Cardwell. Off the glass for two. Cardwell with 6, but that is well below his 17 average. Off the iron, Williams with the rebound. And a rebounding foul called against Todd Graham.
Good strong rebound by Aaron Williams that time. They're going to have to box out very well, Newark Tech. Here's a shot. Off the mark, Aaron Williams goes up very strong and draws the foul. He goes up with two hands and pulls it down.
Watley that one time brought the ball up. Let's see if that continues. Goodman is not bringing the ball up anymore. Goodman from the corner misses. Wilson with the rebound. Scotty's look to run. 3-on-2. Across and up and in for Mathis.
Good fast break. Good pass by Roberts that time.
This time it is Goodman who brings the ball up for the Terriers.
Now Anthony Cardwell comes back outside.
Around and out, Mathis with the rebound. He's starting to make his presence known. Up to Bonds, through the lane, short. Wilson with the rebound, up and in. Kind of baskets that Emeka Wilson likes to get. Called by the Terriers.
Clifford Scott's size seems to be taking effect right now, so Newark Tech calls a timeout to see if they can't do something about it.
Emeka Wilson, you'll see on this replay, is a rebounder who follows up the missed shot.
Here's Cecil Bonds going in, uses the right hand, no good, but followed by Emeka Wilson. Goes up strong with two hands, draws the foul, and also gets the basket. Good job by Emeka Wilson.
46-35, Greg Tynes and the Scotties lead by 11. They are hoping to get back to the championship game of the ECT. They won it last year, defeating Shabazz 71-62.
Beginning, we talked about which team has the most pressure, the #1 seed or the defending champ. Right now, I would say Newark Tech has a little bit more pressure on them than Clifford Scott. Scott seems to be playing a little looser, and Newark Tech seems to be moving Cardwell, one of their top players, in and out, trying to get the ball to him, but he's not as effective on the outside, and when he goes inside, Clifford Scott is double and triple teaming him. So we're going to see what Newark Tech does to get the ball in his hands.
11-point lead for the Scotties. It will be interesting to see if sometime soon the Terriers start to look for that three-point shot from Goodman.
I'm also looking forward for them to go to a press if things don't start to straighten up pretty soon.
Goodman dribbles in, nice fake. Off the glass, doesn't fall. Roberts to Patrick. Mathis with the rebound. Wilson follows it, he's fouled. Antoine Hatcher with his 4th foul.
Well, it sure helps when he's 6'7", and Emeka Wilson now getting a bundle of offensive rebounds. Here's a shot off the glass. Emeka Wilson extending those long arms, goes up, and he's hit.
Yeah, the height is starting to kill Newark Tech. At best they can do with Wilson, just slap away at the ball and they just keep hitting him on the forearm.
And notice on that last situation, Clifford Scott's hit 5 men to the board, so they're sending everybody to the boards. If Newark Tech can get the rebound, they should be in good position for a fast break.
Yeah, they could exploit that, but right now, the Scotties just keep getting the rebounds. 13-point lead. 16 points for Emeka Wilson, who came into the game averaging 15.7. 5 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. They can't get the ball in. Wilson slaps it away. Substitution for the Scotties. Todd Graham back in the ball game. Watley, short. Wilson rebound. Scotties look to run. Bonds lost the handle, out of bounds.
Scott was running. They get that ball and they're looking to run. Newark Tech is going to have to run back on defense. They look a little flustered right now, and they're going to have to get themselves together and come back strong.
Obviously, at 21-0, the Terriers have not trailed very much this season. Their closest game was a 3-point, 62-59 win over East Orange. Goodman for 3, around and out. Almost stolen by Cardwell, but he knocks it out of bounds.
Well, one thing we didn't mention was the pressure that an undefeated record puts upon you, because not only do you have the pressure of being the #1 seed, but you also have the pressure of that winning streak. And right now, it seems to be affecting Newark Tech a little bit.
On the other hand, Clifford Scott, their one loss was to their sister school, East Orange, 57-56. But they have been in other close games. A 2-point win over East Orange, a 2-point win over Essex Catholic, and a 2-point win over Irvington. Right now, they enjoy a 13-point lead. Roberts, fouled by Watley. Number 3 on Darvis Watley.
Here's the replay. Roberts once again penetrating, and a reach-in foul. He was caught that time.
Graham, around and out. Here come the Terriers looking to run. They are 1 of 8 from the floor in the second half. Make that 1 for 9. Gary not looking pleased at all on the bench.
Clifford Scott now going to the double stack high offense.
Terrier ball.
Newark Tech ball is going to have to score to keep their confidence up, or to get their confidence back, and to stop the tide that Scotties are putting on them right now. They're very confident. I can see it in their eyes.
Cardwell, nice move, but it can't hit. Frustration continues for the Terriers, 1 for 10.
There's a double stack. They don't have the good shot that he's bringing out, make Newark Tech come and get him.
Cardwell fronting Wilson. Sorry, it's Turner. Roberts in low. Jump ball. Clifford Scott will retain possession.
double stack high offense is used by a lot of teams, especially the Big East. Seton Hall uses it, and I know Georgetown uses it also. And Newark Tech seems to be man-to-man this out-of-bounds play. Could be dangerous.
What are they trying to accomplish? Just to open up the low post a little bit?
Clifford Scott is, by stacking inside, yeah, they're trying to isolate on the inside.
22 for Cecil Bonds. It is a 15-point Clifford Scott lead. Bonds called for a push. Only his second. He is in no immediate foul trouble.
So far, I have to think that Coach Tynes' game plan by going zone to keep the ball out of Anthony Caldwell's hands low has really paid off. He's not done the job from the outside, and inside, he's just got too many guys to contend with.
Cardwell only has 6, 2 in each of the quarters. Stripped away. Wilson rebounds, and he's fouled by Cardwell. And for Anthony, that is number 2.
That size inside is definitely taking its toll on Newark Tech. Here's a shot by Roberts. He misses, but there's Emeka Wilson with those big arms, and long arms, I should say, and he draws a foul. Here's Anthony Cardwell with his head down. That's a sign of frustration.
Wilson misses the first. Now just to look ahead 1 quarter and 1 week, Scott matches up a little better with Shabazz height-wise. But even then, not too well. Wilson hits the second, he has 17.
Well, Terrique doesn't hit both shots, he hits one, so he's about at his average, 54%, somewhere in that area. He's hoping, the coach is hoping he hits at least 1 or 2.
Fights for his own rebound. And then from behind, Roberts fouls Williams.
Even though Clifford Scott is a bigger team, they've got some quickness. Those guards out front really get their hands in there. It makes it very difficult for the guys from Newark Tech.
First foul on Keith Roberts.
Scott goes zone on the out of bounds. And if they stay 2-3.
Under 2 minutes to go in the quarter, and Tech has only scored 2 points in this quarter. And they turn it over. Clifford's got a 12-2 run here in the 3rd quarter.
Double stack offense again. There's Emeka Wilson.
Watley with the steal, but then he steps out of bounds. 8 of those 12 points in the quarter belonged to Wilson, and he almost had 10, but Watley stripped the ball. 1:29 left in the 3rd quarter. Clifford Scott with a 16-point lead and the basketball.
We say that 3rd quarter is very important. You can see why. Clifford Scott has made it a close ball game, 15-point ball game, and they can even increase that lead if they just take their time and be careful.
Scotties, the clock is on their side. They may take a little time off.
There's no rush. Clifford Scott doesn't have to score anytime soon. As you said, Paul, just take their time and use that clock. Right now, their biggest enemy is the clock and not Newark Tech, really.
Graham will shoot. Watley brings it up. 40 seconds to go. Spin move off the glass, doesn't fall. The lefty shot doesn't go. Watley finally follows it up on the 3rd try. Only the 2nd field goal for the Terriers in the 3rd quarter. And a walk called against Cecil Bonds.
That's what happens when you get a little bit relaxed. Scott played a little bit relaxed that time. And that's why you want your players to stay alert at all times. It's not over until the final horn sounds.
Big trip for the Terriers, down by 14. Apparently, they're going to hold for one. Under 10 seconds. Cardwell. He gets the 2. And it was a big trip for the Terriers. They are down by 12 as we head to the final 8 minutes. Clifford Scott leads 51-39. We will be right back. Clifford Scott with a 12-point lead. What a strange third quarter. We went from a 23-16 second quarter to 12-6. Neither team came out of the halftime locker. It was just a very slow-moving, dull third quarter, aided, I'm sure Newark Tech doesn't like to use the word aided by the fact Newark Tech shot terribly in the third quarter.
Bad shooting quarter. I'm sure that it took a little steam out of Newark Tech. It also took some steam out of their coach, Steve Carey, I'm sure.
History is against Newark Tech.
Newark Tech's going to have to do something early in this quarter if they're going to get back in this game. If they're not careful, though, Clifford Scott can really blow it open.
Well, the last 11 times the top seed has made it to the semifinals, they have only won it twice. Scotties with 3 shots already. This will be number 4, and Mathis makes it count.
Keep banging those boards. Eventually, one has to go in.
They're killing them on the boards. And it's not just the height factor, although that certainly helps. They're just on the far side rebound. They're just pounding away at the boards. 3-point attempt for Cardwell. There, height did matter. Up to Mathis.
He wasn't sure whether he wanted to dunk that ball or not, and it cost him that time.
And he probably did the ultimate sin. He didn't use the glass.
That's right.
Foul against Graham.
I noticed that, here's the replay. Goodman goes in
through.
But he gets banged on that shot.
A good foul by Graham. He got mostly ball in addition to a lot of arm, but that shot was not going anywhere.
Now he's got to make these 2. If you got to go in and take that beating, then you've got to make him pay by making both shots. Let's see if Newark Tech, if they make both, or at least the second one, if they go to a press.
Goodman had 10 in the first quarter, 8 in the second quarter, but was shut out in quarter number 3. Here comes the press. Kind of a passive press.
Sort of, but not very effective. I'm not sure there was great communication by all the Newark Tech players.
I think 2 of them thought they were pressing, and 3 of them thought they were dropping back. Foul called against Todd Graham. Well, now for Newark Tech, Bob, the procession begins to the free throw line. And as it so often happens in high school basketball, that's probably where the story will be told.
It's the last quarter, that's right.
Timeout, Clifford Scott. This is only the 12th time in the 44-year history of the Essex County Tournament that the top 4 seeded teams reached the semifinals. Last time was back in 1985 when Montclair went away with the win. Newark Tech offensively averaging 73.6. They are not going to get close to that today. They had scored 3 times this year over 100 points, including 109 against 13th Street Tech. But look at that defensively, giving up 50. They've already given up 53.
Exactly. Yep.
They are not league affiliated. They've had to pick up games, and possibly that has hurt them. Although they have played better teams in the most recent stretch, and they've got a big one on Thursday with Hillside. Hillside's still alive in the Union County Tournament.
I know the coach, Wendy McGriff, or now he's the AD, Wendy McGriff at Montclair. He used to be the coach at Hillside. at least he was last year, and he told me that Hillside is going to be very strong. He told me this before the season began, and it proved to be true. They're an excellent team.
He did not leave the cupboard bare. Goodman at the line, shooting 1 and 1.
Newark Tech has to capitalize on these. They're going to throw that press on. They've got to jump right to it.
Newark Tech is the #1 seed in Section 2, Group 1, the upcoming state tournament. And Goodman hits them both.
A lot of times, Paul, when you win games by large margins, you're not used to pressing. This could be the case here.
Exactly. We saw that last year when we did the girls Group 4 state semifinal between Bloomfield and Patterson-Kennedy. Close ball game. Kennedy had trouble with the free throw shooting late in the ball game. Offensive foul called against Emeka Wilson.
Maybe Newark Tech is on the way back. They're down 10. They've got the ball. They can bring it down to at least 7 this time now.
Here's Wilson, goes up, misses the shot. And then on the rebound, he committed the foul. Bonds draws the foul on Goodman. Number 4 on Terrique Goodman.
Critical foul right there. They can't afford to lose Terrique Goodman. There's the man-to-man press by Newark Tech. Clifford Scott brings the big man to the middle. As we said so many times, you beat those presses by going to the middle. But the Scotties throw it away.
We've already seen what the loss of Terrique Goodman does to Newark Tech. I'm sure he's out there for the remainder of the 6:15 in the quarter, but should he foul out, boy, Terriers' chances, I think, would severely be hurt.
I believe they would too, Paul.
Here's one reason why. Goodman for 3, it's short. Roberts with Mathis on his right. Roberts is fouled, and that will be all for Terrique Goodman.
That's really going to hurt Newark Tech now. Terrique Goodman, who's been averaging 19 points a game.
There is never an opportune time to commit your 5th foul, but when a 2-on-1 break with 6 minutes to go, I'm sure Terrique is going to think about that one. Newark Tech made it to the Group 1 state final last year. And they were beaten by Haddonfield by 18.
Terrique Goodman a little bit frustrated, a little bit down now that he knows how important he is, and he knows that he can't play more this game.
Terriers' 21-game winning streak has only 5:58 left in it. And they need to make up 11 points, or will Roberts make it 12? It stays 11.
Critical trip here for Newark Tech. They've got to score this time to get back in this game.
Cardwell misses. They can't buy a 3-pointer with the exception of Goodman's at the end of the half.
It's very obvious, Paul, that Caldwell is not as effective when he has to go outside. And by Clifford Scott going to that zone, they've kept him from going inside.
Newark Tech ball.
The Scotties are giving Newark Tech plenty of chances to get back into this game. Newark Tech has to take advantage of these opportunities.
Still plenty of time, well over 5 minutes. And Newark Tech will call for their 2nd timeout. So Stephen Gary and his assistant Eddie Johnson will bring the team into the huddle. Talk about the fact that they're 11 down and without their best ball handler and one of their leading scorers, Terrique Goodman. And I would have no doubt that number 50 in your screen, Anthony Cardwell, realizes the pressure is going to be on him.
No question. He knows he has to come through.
We remind you that the Girls Essex County Championship coming up Friday night at West Essex High School. You'll have a chance to see it right here on TV3. A couple of upsets today in the semifinals. Immaculate beat Bloomfield by 2. And University defeated top-seeded Irvington. You can see Immaculate University Saturday night at 7 and Friday night at 8:30.
Those are big upsets for girls ECT, because I'm sure everybody was expecting Irvington and Broomfield to go at it.
They're two premier players, but no, instead it will be Immaculate and University. University, the champions 3 years ago. And I believe this will be Immaculate's first ever trip to the final.
Now let's see what Newark Tech does here on offense now. They've got to make something happen.
This is the 10th time that Newark Tech has played in the Essex County Tournament, and this is the furthest they have ever come, the semifinals. Bonds is fouled by Cardwell. For Clifford Scott, on the other hand, they have played in 41 of the 44 ECTs. And what a record they posted in the 80s when they were 23-8.
Clifford Scott had the best record in the county of Essex during the 80s. Outstanding job by the Scottish coach, great times.
Cecil Bonds, he slowed down a little bit. You really can't fault him for that. He was on a tremendous pace. And this is the 1-and-1. Cardwell, Watley, and Cannon set up outside the three-point line. They go into Williams. Wilson comes up with the loose ball. And then thrown away.
Clifford Scott in the last 3 minutes has thrown the ball away at least 4 times. And but Newark Tech hasn't been able to take advantage of that. So they maintain their lead.
Of the three, Cardwell and Cannon are the better three-point shooters. They are at opposite ends. Watley is in the middle trying to distribute either way and have the defense go one way or the other. Although they've switched that up right now, it is Cardwell from the top of the key three-point shot.
That 1-2-2 zone by Scott has been the difference in this ball game. They opened up the 1-3-1, gave up some offensive rebounds, but since they've gone to 1-2-2, things have been going their way.
Strong move by Mathis for 2.
Good baseline move by Mathis.
16-point ball game. Watley for 2. Still plenty of time, 3.5 minutes, but it is still an 11-point ball game.
There's a double stack, high offense again. See how Clifford Scott runs it. They don't have to force anything, they can take their time now. They've got the lead and the clock is on their side.
Bonds to Wilson, but before the pass, charge is called on Bonds.
Still a very good opportunity. Enough time for Newark Tech to get back in this. They didn't drop some of those shots, though, like they did the last time down. They're going to have to do something from the outside. They're getting absolutely nothing on the inside. They're going to have to do it from the outside.
Cannon off the iron. Watley loses the handle. We remind you that these two teams met in the quarters last year. Scott came away with a 4-point win, 61-57, timeout Newark Tech. But even of more interest, these two teams met in the JV ECT championships last year. Scott graduated a majority of seniors last year. Many of these Newark Tech players, with the exception of Cardwell, played on that team. So these are teams that, for the most part, faced each other in the JV county final last year, won by the Scotties.
So they're very familiar with each other. They know the tendencies of each player. So it seems right now, though, that Clifford Scott has remembered a little bit more about Newark Tech than Newark Tech has remembered about Clifford Scott.
Greg Tynes has said his team has been a little bit listless of late, maybe in anticipation of this meeting with Newark Tech I don't think he's going to have much complaint with today's effort. He's got an 11-point lead with 3:13 remaining.
There's only been a few times in this game where Clifford Scott has shown a laxed intensity, but for the most part, they've been very aggressive. Good play by Cecil Bonds, good rebounding by Emeka Wilson, good point play by Roberts. So Clifford Scott really, as you said, they don't have anything to worry about or complain about because they've done a good job. Here's a press, 1-2, 1-1 press on Newark Tech. He brought back.
Bonds triple team. Foul called against Roberts, his second. Earlier this week, Clifford Scott had to go triple overtime to defeat West Orange 80-74. Greg Tynes said it was the first triple OT game he was ever involved in as player, coach, or fan. Shot misses on the 1-and-1 for Cardwell. But Cardwell had a shot at the loose ball. It still will belong to Newark Tech.
Those triple overtime games, they'll take something away from you.
What's the longest you were ever in?
The longest, I was in about 2 double overtime games, and we played one against Seton Hall in the finals at ECT. And we also played a double overtime in '86 against Camden in the state final. And you lose about 5 or 6 pounds after those games.
56-45, inbound to Cardwell. Cross court, just made it. Short.
Partially blocked, I believe, by Clifford Scott.
But Cardwell came up with it. Cannon for 3, no good. Williams for 2. 5 points for Aaron Williams. Williams, an interesting story. He plays football in the fall, but Newark Tech doesn't have a football team, so he had to play at Central High School. Slapped away. Taken away by Cannon, up to Cardwell. He's looking to draw the foul, and he does.
Good move by Anthony Caldwell. Cardwell using the left hand that time.
Do you think he was intentionally looking to draw the foul here?
Seems as if he was. He slowed down, waited for the player to come, threw his body into the player, used the left hand, made the shot, and drew the foul.
Smart play because he knows that 2 is not going to help his team as much as 3. The Scotties call for time. Cardwell has 10. And this one certainly is not over yet. It's 56-49 with 2:19 remaining.
Plenty of time for Newark Tech. They can make this free throw. They'll only be down 6 points.
We will keep you up to date on high school sports every Thursday evening at 7 when Rob Matola, former Seton Hall prep graduate, joins you for the high school sports report. Thursday evenings at 7, Fridays at 8.
Coach Tynes probably telling his players right now to relax, settle down, get back to what you were doing before, what got you that big lead. Start doing those things and don't relax. It's not over yet. The finals are at stake.
Shabazz is set. Lou Grimsley and the Bulldogs are already in their 3rd consecutive final.
That's consistency. Scott's trying to get there for the 2nd straight time. Maybe, I believe, the 3rd time in the last 4 years. So 2 very consistent teams.
Clifford Scott has made it to the semis 8 straight years. Shot does not go for Cardwell. So he was working for the 3-point play, but is not able to convert it.
Damon Cannon that time on reaching foul. Keith Roberts will go to the line. Newark Tech puts a person in the cutoff position to cut off the shooter. Let's see if he goes and does his job.
Roberts a good shooter, 71% from the strike.
does go over to Columbus man, Darvis Watley, but notice that Clifford Scott on the line has 2 men together. You never want that to happen.
Rebound Williams. And a big collision results in a foul against Roberts. Roberts looks like he took the worst of it. He's hobbling on his right leg.
He's limping pretty badly.
Here's another look at it.
Here's the replay. You're going to see Roberts get hit right here. Right on the knee, it looks like.
His leg was taken out. And Roberts will head back to the line. Foul, by the way, was on Aaron Williams. And again, Newark Tech giving up rebounding to try and block the shooter.
Exactly. I can't imagine why Newark Tech has the players standing out at the half court. Cannon is not doing anything out there. They're not running the fast break. The best thing he could do is go to that free throw line to help with the rebounding.
Second time Roberts hits the first, misses the second. 9-point ball game, 2 minutes to go, 58-49.
Three-pointer.
Watley makes it a 7-point game.
It's a steal.
6-point game, excuse me. Stolen by Cardwell. Before the shot. 1-1 coming up for Cardwell.
Well, Newark Tech, Paul, is making it interesting here in the last couple of minutes. Caldwell has got these 2 free throws. Very critical right now.
58-52.
And as we look at it, it seems that that third quarter where Newark Tech shot so horribly has almost, not yet though, been their downfall. Let's see if they can come back.
Wilson with the rebound, are hurting themselves at the line.
Big misses by Caldwell at the line.
It's 2 in a row he's missed the 1-1.
Scott trying to protect the ball. They got to run the timeout. That's your big enemy now, the clock. There's Luka Wilson.
Mathis couldn't finish it. It's knocked out by Wilson. 1:04 to go. 6-point ball game. Stephen Gary is across midcourt calling for time, and Greg Tyne sees it and says, wait a second here.
He's way out of the coaching box.
He's in my coaching box. He was in the coaching box, but he was on my side, and Greg Tynes is letting him know about that.
I don't think the officials are going to call that right now. Not when it's so close. They probably won't call a technical foul. They'll tell Greg, just relax, and next time we'll get it.
1:04 remain in the game, 58-52. Scotties lead by 6, but they had led by 15. Little instant cold being applied to the left leg of Keith Roberts. Remember, he was involved in that collision just a moment ago.
Sometimes that knee, if you get hit on that knee or any joint, will stiffen up on you. So that little cold spray hopefully will do the job for the next 1 minute. But he's probably going to have a little bit of pain tomorrow.
Bob, there were quite a number of people who were leaving about a minute and a half ago. They want to try and come back in now, and there's quite a crowd at the doorway.
They want to make sure they see the end of this ball game. They probably felt Newark Tech had no chance, but Newark Tech is proving to everybody that they can come back. So, like you said, they're trying to come back in and see what the final 1 minute will hold.
Now, the gym right now is not holding that crowd. Half in, half out. Under 1 minute. Terriers need a 3 here. That would have to be 3 trips down.
Good defense by Clifford Scott. Knocking the ball away from Anthony Caldwell. He's gone back inside. They're trying to get the ball inside. It's obvious they want him to have his hands on the ball.
Caldwell free on the right side. They get it to Cannon. He'll let it fly around and out. Rebound up and in for Hatcher.
Rebound. There's a press. They get Wilson in the middle.
Stolen. No, he's got a bounce. Hatcher stole the ball but stepped on the sideline.
Good call by Joe Zoppi. He did step on the line. He was right there. Good position by the official that time.
Yeah, Caldwell is petitioning, but Joe Zoppi was right on top of it. And a timeout called by the Scotties. Each team now has 1 remaining.
.35 seconds. Newark Tech is only down 4 points.
Scotties with the ball.
Newark Tech needs 2 possessions. Clifford Scott has to protect the ball.
If Stephen Gary had the stats that I have from Greg Tynes, he would elect to foul Todd Graham, who's a 47% shooter, or Emeka Wilson, 57%. Then you go up to Bonds at 64, Mathis at 69, and Roberts at 71. So again, given his choice, if he knew what I knew, it would be Graham and Wilson. My guess is, though, Stephen Gary has a pretty good idea. Maybe not the perfect numbers that I have, but I would guess he has a pretty good idea of who he would like to see being fouled.
No question. He's probably studied Clifford Scott, did a lot of scouting, and he knows the tendencies of each player and who he wants to foul for the end of the ball game. Just watching things, I would say that Cecil Bonds would be the person to foul, because Emeka Wilson, even though he only shoots 57% from the line, he's been dropping in at least 60% this game, whereas Bonds hasn't been doing as good a job on the line.
Still a discussion in front of the Scotties bench. And now Clifford Scott is ready for the inbound. Up ahead to Mathis, and he breaks free for the layup.
Good inbounds play by Scott.
Less than 30. Caldwell lets it fly. He's fouled.
Silly foul that time. You don't want to stop the clock if you're Clifford Scott. That just sends Newark Tech to the line. The clock stops, therefore they can set up their press. What you want to do is keep that clock running.
Third foul on Keith Roberts. It will only be 2 shots for Caldwell. Interesting if it will ever get to the point where you'll get 3 free throw attempts for being fouled while attempting a 3-point shot.
I think sooner or later, the way they change rules, it seems like every year they have to change something. But they're going to have to look at that. If you're fouled behind the 3-point line, 3 shots should be allowed.
Caldwell hits them both. It's back to a 4-point game, 60-56. Bonds to Mathis, and Mathis for 2 more. Back to a 6-point game with 14 seconds to go. Cannon lets it fly, no good. Wilson with the rebound, up to Graham. 5 seconds to go. And Caldwell commits the foul. And the Scotties of Clifford Scott High School in East Orange will be returning to Essex County College next Saturday at noon to defend their Essex County Tournament championship.
Well, once again, the number 1 team, the number 1 seeded team gets knocked off. They will not make it to the finals.
And more an indication of just how strong this field is. It goes 4, maybe 6 deep, rather than saying that, gee, the seeding maybe wasn't done right. It's just a deep field almost every year in Essex County.
I've always been a person who favored this county tournament over the state tournament, because everybody's involved in the county tournament. That way you come out with 1 champion. Now they have tournament champions, and that's great.
And that will do it. Clifford Scott will be back next week to defend their crown. They defeat Newark Tech today by a final score of 64-56. We'll be back with the post-game show right after this. 64-56, the final score. The Scotties of Clifford Scott will advance to the championship game of the Essex County Tournament. We have with us a couple of players who contributed to this evening's victory. Emeka Wilson with 17 points. Emeka, it appeared to us that the height of the Scotties, particularly yourself, was what did in the Terriers this evening. Did you feel that you could take advantage of your height throughout the game?
Well, you know, with our height, I think we could took advantage. Basically it, and we said Mr. Thomas to get back on defense because they're real fast.
At times, the Scotties were taking 2, 3, and 4 shots. You were controlling both offensive and defensive boards.
You know, that's where height comes in handy, you know, against a little team like Newark Tech. Which, you know, they played hard. We just outplayed them a little bit.
Were you a little bit worried because of their speed? Did you try and do anything to offset their speed?
Yeah, that's why I came into that zone, because we didn't think we could handle them man-to-man because they're a little bit too quick. Because they're little and they're real quick and they jump quick. They come fast to the ball.
Well, Emeka, congratulations, 17 points this evening. Congratulations on the victory. Cecil Bond, step on in here. Cecil, 22. You had an amazing first half this evening, 20 points. What was going so well in the first half that you always found yourself with the ball?
Well, basically, I was just in hustling and on the boards, playing my butt off.
Emeka was playing the high post. Seemed that you were working yourself free in the low post. Was that pretty much the game plan for this for the start of the game?
Yes, it was, but yeah, it was.
The change to the 1-2-2 zone, how did that, how do you feel that helped the Scotties tonight?
It helped us out because it was fast, and we realized they weren't hitting the jumpers in the first half.
Well, Cecil, thanks very much for coming by. Congratulations, 22 points and the victory. Greg Tyne, step on in here. Greg, we felt that when you made the move from the 1-3-1 to the 1-2-2, that was the big difference in the ball game. Your opinion?
Yes, it was. We were in a 1-3-1 at first, but their offense is a 1-2-2. So we matched up in a 1-2-2 zone. So it was almost as if we were playing man, but we were in a zone because their offenses, they matched up right with our defense. So that helped us out a great deal.
It appeared that the zone took Anthony Cardwell out of his game. Was that one of the primary reasons you went with the 1-3-1 and then the 1-2-2?
Yes, he gets the ball a lot in the corner, and we wanted to stop him from penetrating from the corner. So we went to the 1-2-2. That really shut him up because, like I said, we had a man on him because they were in a 1-2-2 offense.
Wilson had a great evening this evening, doing the things he usually does. It does not appear to us that he's your primary man you look for, but yet he picks up that loose ball rebound and contributes this evening 17 points.
Yes, we have a balanced scoring attack. Bonds is averaging 18-1, Mathis is 18, and Wilson is averaging 15, and Roberts 14. So we have 4 primary scorers, and Ty Graham can hit the open jump shot. So tonight they put 2 and 3 men on Emeka inside, and Cecil was open in the first half. That's why he scored so much. And Cecil has great hands, so he's definitely a threat inside for us.
Greg, how do you think the Shabazz team that you saw in the first semifinal compares with the team you played in last year's final? Maybe just a bit taller?
Yes, they're taller, and they're basically the same Shabazz team. They have a good inside game. They have quick guards. Shabazz has been like that for the last few years, and we're a lot different than last year's team. And I think it's going to be a great game.
Did you expect this team to get this far? You graduated a large number of seniors, but again, of course, the Scotty system are great when you just keep developing new players. But did this team maybe even surprise you a little bit with now 19 straight wins?
Yes, they have, in a sense, because we lost our top 7, and I didn't think we would have a record like this at this time in the season. But looking at their past record, as freshmen, they won all their games. As sophomores, they beat Newark Tech by 1 in the JV tournament last year. So they're a bunch of winners. So, but we are doing better than I expected.
And they proved it again here this evening. Greg, thanks very much for coming by. Congratulations on the victory. So it will be for the 2nd straight year, the Scotties and the Bulldogs in the ECT Championship. And Bob Lester, both our 2 players and our coach, said that the change in the zone certainly worked the magic tonight.
I noticed, Paul, that the change from the 1-3-1 to 1-2-2 really negated Anthony Cardwell. He wasn't able to get the ball inside, so he had to come outside, and when he did, he wasn't able to shoot as well as he had hoped he would shoot. And it was a good play on the part of Great Tynes.
And that will set the stage for next week's game. For Bob Lester, I'm Paul Spahala. We thank you for being with us. Again, our final score this evening, Clifford Scott 64 and Newark Tech 56. We remind you